So you just got a Miyoo Mini Plus and you're thinking to yourself, damn, this looks like a Game Boy. And it inspires feelings of playing a classic Nintendo platformer in you. But which one of the several dozen Nintendo classics should you spend your time on? You might think to yourself, I should play New Super Mario Bros. The Miyoo can run DS games. It was the birth of the 2.5D graphics style that Nintendo uses in Mario games to this day. And it has that giant mushroom that is so fun to use, plus the blue shell costume, which is great. So why shouldn't you play New Super Mario Bros? Because instead of treating your Miyoo like a window to the past, you're trying to have it emulate something that pretty recently happened, and it's gonna fail at that. The game can get pretty laggy when a lot of enemies are on screen, and the 2.5D style doesn't really look good, so instead, I recommend you take a gander at Yoshi's Island. This game is not as flashy as the new Super Mario Bros., nor is it as hard as Donkey Kong Country, but it does look absolutely amazing on the Miyoo Mini Plus, with its extra bright screen and its cartoon-stylized graphics. It's going to feel better than it felt playing on the Game Boy Advance, but more importantly, it's not going to feel like you're playing a watered-down version of Super Mario Wonder, which is exactly what playing New Super Mario Bros. Feels like. Many critics say that Yoshi's Island is too easy. After all, it doesn't have the classic Mario damage system. It uses a timer that's very, very forgiving. Or you could say it lacks the fast-paced platforming that New Super Mario Bros. Basically pioneered for Nintendo, and you'd kind of be right about that. It is a slower game. But if you really want to play something fast and hard, then go through and beat all 3 Donkey Kong Countries. Those are still great games, and absolutely brutal to this day. You play Mario games because you're not looking for a super challenge unless you're trying to get all the collectibles, of which Yoshi's Island has a bunch. But pretty much everyone who watches this video already knows this. I need to remind myself not to look at emulators as a comparison to modern consoles, especially since some of them are basically Switch emulators at this point, and that is a modern console. But if you're trying to play a game with that mindset, I recommend you just go and pick up a used Switch. It's okay to let the console you bought that looks exactly like a Game Boy be just a Game Boy. Now with that being said, here's how to get Sonic Mania on the Miyoo Mini Plus.